Hi y'all. Hi everybody. It's Kimberly here. Uh, let's see, yesterday I got a comment from Paul Morris, um, leaving a kind of a acid tongue, I guess, review of my self-defense ball kicking video. But just in response to that, and I'm only going to I'm just going to make this video as a blanket response. In the karate classes, occasionally somebody gets kicked accidentally. I've already explained that. I don't go around just whacking guys in the balls, kicking them in the balls. That's nonsense. It doesn't happen that way. And there are guys against guys. It happens with those in that combination too. It's just an accidental thing that happens in class. And it happens in every karate school, every martial arts school that allows that kind of contact. And just the idea that I just go around just kicking them in the balls is ridiculous. Accidents happen when you're sparring and in practice. It's not just that. Sometimes we accidentally punch each other in the ribs too hard, or I've gotten the wind knocked out of me from going straight into a kick. A front kick hit me right in the chest, and it put me out. I mean, it knocked the wind out of me, and I had to sit out for the rest of the class, and it hurt really bad. And it was my fault because of the way that I came in. I came in full forward, and you try to keep a 45-degree angle, so people don't get your vital organs. You give them less space to hit you in. You have your ribs protecting your sides right here. You do have your floating ribs, but that's why you keep your elbow down. Let's see if I can put the camera down a little bit. You keep your elbow kind of down to protect your right here on your ribs. So that's why you see people holding their arms, like that. And actually, when I was in that sparring match with that guy, I didn't actually know I made contact at first. How can I say it? I didn't feel anything. I actually didn't know. I reached out with just a block, actually, but it ended up being like a small kick. And he came in frontwards, which you don't do, and he already knew that. He was a beginner, but sometimes when you're first sparring, you forget about that. But you always keep a 45-degree angle, and you always keep it like that for your own, to protect your body, your upper body, and to keep your legs, in a agile position, where you can pivot and turn different directions. And that's what happened. I was standing in a 45-degree angle, and he came at me full force, and I just reached out with a little tap. And I didn't even know I hit him until the other guy told me, you kicked him, killed him. I was like, oh, I was totally sorry. We apologized. I apologized. We were okay with it. He laughed about it. He thought it was hilarious. And in the next tournament, about a month later, he was in a sparring match with another guy, got his nose broke, had blood all over his face, but he wanted that proud picture with the blood, like the gladiator dripping down, and he didn't wipe the blood off. He kept telling his girlfriend to take a picture of it. He was completely, I don't want to say happy with being kicked in the balls, but he was completely understanding that it was a total accident. And that happens, frequently in classes like that. And so Mr. Morris, and for anybody else, I've already done the video about my assault and what happened to me and my reason for going into martial arts. I'm not some whack job that just goes around kicking guys in the balls. It's so ridiculous. It makes me laugh. That is the funny part. That's why I laugh about it, because of the ridiculousness of it. And it was just an accident. It happens all the time in class. And girls get kicked too. It happens to us too. And we don't wear a cup. We don't have the same anatomy, I know that. It probably doesn't hurt as bad, but it does hurt. It can bring us to the ground too. But it depends on the dojo or the training school you go to. Sometimes they allow that as a target, and some schools don't. Some schools allow you to kick their legs or their limbs. You can punch into their arms. But at my school, you couldn't hit legs or arms. They didn't want any bone breaking or anything like that. You can only hit targets in the trunk of the body, and that was it, and the face, if you were in an upper belt. And it had to be controlled with an instructor around to make sure that it was okay. We had to get permission. So I think that's about it for that. I just find it ridiculous, Mr. Morris. Okay, thank you. Any viewers, thank you for listening to my channel. I'm going to be posting not consistently at a certain time. I do my videos randomly according to my schedule. I have a crazy work schedule, so it's every day, every other day, every couple of days. And I do have my podcast, The Dog Show with Kimberly Quintanilla. If you like dogs, you can catch it on Anchor, and there's several other platforms. It's on Spotify. I can't remember them all. I need to get a list of it. I'll probably put a list in the maybe in the description later. Okay, thank you.